So is it time to shorten the long summer break? To discuss that, we're joined by stay-at-home dad and parenting expert Neil Sinclair and also Amanda Gummer, a parenting psychologist. Neil, to you first of all, the holidays were this long, traditionally, for agricultural reasons. Children were needed to help with the harvest. It was a time when the whole family had to pull together. It's just outdated, isn't it? They don't need 6 to 8 weeks off now, do they?
You know what? I actually think I was asked about what my thoughts were, and I think the 6-week holiday is a real opportunity. That's what I look at it as, and they, you know what, they do, because I'm actually a qualified teacher, and kids work extremely hard, and teachers work extremely hard, and I think an extended long break is a really. I mean, I like it. I think it's you say it might be outdated. It's agriculturally based. But, my kids, when they get back, they need a break. They really, really do. So I think there's still a place for an extended break in the school year.
Your kids are obviously working a lot harder than mine. Amanda, there you have it. Kids are exhausted. They need this big break. And teachers need it as well to recuperate and refresh.
I think teachers and children do need a break from school. Whether you need 6 weeks in the summer as opposed to spreading that out around the year is debatable, but my issue with the long summer break is that actually it extends the poverty gap, or it exacerbates the poverty gap. You have, on the one hand, you have well-off parents who are able to spend time taking their kids on holiday, doing days out, enrolling them in the clubs and the summer, play schemes and everything, all staying at home with them, taking time off work, or working flexibly. If you've got children who are struggling to be fed and stimulated and aren't having that interaction and the developmental opportunities, what you're doing then is disadvantaging those children come September, because they're going back to school 6 weeks behind. All the children that have been able to have a really fun, engaging, enriching summer holiday and learning a load of skills that you learn outside school. It's not all about the maths and the English. There's an awful lot of skills that children need to develop. But if you're able to develop those in the summer holidays and develop friendships and travel and play and have that enriched experience, that's amazing. But not all children do. And I think the issue for me is the social inequality and the fact that we do need to up our provision for children who are going to otherwise be understimulated and undernourished in the summer holidays.
That's a fair point, isn't it, Neil? You're a stay-at-home dad, you're an author, presumably you're able to work relatively flexibly. You're around your children, you've seen it as an opportunity, whereas a lot of parents will see this as an utter nightmare. They work, they use school as childcare the rest of the year. They can't afford it.
Yeah.
Kids are going to get plonked in front of the telly, or they're going to get given to elderly relatives who maybe don't have the energy to get them out and will just be happy for them to sit in front of computer games all day. There are a lot of families where the kids won't have an especially enriching summer break.
No, I agree, but from the article that you displayed before we came on air, there are ways, even if you are financially quite struggling, you can look at. One of the things I say with regard to Commander Dad is preparation and planning, and preparation and planning is really, really important to get used to the idea of getting ready for your kids for their summer break. So I think that's really, really something that you can focus on. So actually look at the possibility of being able to to plan all these things. So, and it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do, but it's something you can do, I think.
I mean, it's a fair point, isn't it, Amanda? There are lots of free activities out there. If you become a parent, it is your responsibility to look after your children. And the summer holidays are always there. It's on the horizon. You've got quite a lot of time to plan for them.
Yeah, and in an ideal world, that would be lovely. But when you're talking to parents who are struggling to get through the day and struggling to make ends meet on a daily basis, the idea of them planning 6 weeks ahead when they don't even know where the money's coming from for, next week's meals is just unrealistic. And I think there are loads of really good things that most of the population would be able to access. And, balancing the play diet, it doesn't need to be expensive. There are lots of ideas on our Fundamentally Children website around how to manage the summer holidays and the activities you can do with your children, or the activities that you can send your children off to do, and how to find low-cost play schemes, and all of that stuff is there. But for those children who whose parents aren't able to access that for whatever reason, those children who do get plonked in front of the telly or just sort of left struggling themselves, it is an awful long time for them to be without any support or any intervention or any interaction with teachers or other children that really can sort of set them back.
Neil, what about the argument that actually if schools were allowed to run during the summer, we saw one project in Emma's report that was really great, but actually if schools were running over the summertime, kids would be able to do a lot more stuff like PE outdoors, for example, that a lot of kids really, really enjoy, but they can't always do because the weather's bad. Over the summer holidays, chances are good weather. If schools were running over July and into August, wouldn't kids be a lot more active?
I mean, I think you're absolutely right, and I think the in an ideal world, it would be absolutely fantastic, and I think it's something that we would, I would love to see more of, more opportunities for kids to be able to go to schools and things being offered, and but also as well, I would say, being a commando dad and being a stay-at-home parent, parenting is challenging, but it's also the most rewarding thing, and whether whatever opportunities you have to be able to spend with your children, maybe it is a challenge, but it's a challenge that I think is worthwhile going for. And spend time with your children as well. That's what I think.
We'll leave that image of commando dads lingering in the viewer's imagination. And Amanda, just that final point. I mean, isn't that what the summer holidays are about? Isn't it about building memories, building treasured memories for your children? And that can be going for a walk, paddling in a stream, going to the park. It doesn't have to be something that costs money.
No, and absolutely, play shouldn't be expensive, and free play ideas are all over the internet, and it's great to be able to create those memories. But it doesn't happen if parents are stressed and frazzled and worrying about how to cope and manage over the summer period. So absolutely, let the children have a much freer reign, let them play, let them go out, let them create those memories in the sunshine and enjoy their summer holidays and have that kind of halcyon days of youth. Absolutely, if we can do that, that'd be great. But there's a lot of things that need to be in place for that to happen.
Okay, Amanda Gummer, parenting psychologist, and our commando dad, Neil Sinclair. Thank you both very much.